Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask, Heidi. It's Monday, the 22nd day of April. April Showers Day today. Chemists celebrate the Earth Day. Earth Day itself. Happy Earth Day to you. She loves it when I do that. Every single year.
I do.
Global Selfie Earth Day as well. In God We Trust Day. International Mother Earth Day. National Beagle Day. Girl Scout Leaders Day. Jelly Bean Day. And National Pinup Day. All those things happening.
Lots of good things.
Heidi was one of those. What was she? A pinup or a Girl Scout? Were you either of those?
Neither.
Oh, okay. A jelly bean? No, not that either. All right. All of those things happening today. And it's a Movie Star Monday. Our guest today is Jessee McCartney. He was in the Alvin and the Chipmunk movies, a bunch of other movies and TV shows. And he's a very talented singer as well. So we're going to talk a little bit about music, a little bit about movies, a little bit about everything with Jessee McCartney on this Movie Star Monday.
Whether you have a credit card now and need a better credit card, or if you don't even have a credit card but you'd like to get a good one, we would love to help at bettercreditcards.com. We offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we can help you find a good fit for you at bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit
At bettercreditcards.com.
to bettercreditcards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. Of course, it's pretty obvious that having tension in your relationship can be a stressful thing. I say that because Heidi wants to shank me right now. According to research at Binghamton University, I don't think I said that right, there's a connection between stress and having an unsupportive partner. And that could affect your health. In their study, researchers found that wives who received support more negatively felt less understood, less validated, and cared for by a partner than those who had a stress amplifying effect. Did they need a survey for this?
I don't understand why they would have needed to even do that. What
High
a
levels
waste
of
time.
cortisol can lead to increased risk of obesity, cancer, and heart disease. So they're saying that causes cortisol. So this could basically just make something even worse than what it was before. On a happier note, though, those who said their partner showed positive support skills showed lower stress levels and felt more understood and more validated and more cared for. Shocker. All right. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com.
So how do you like these gas prices? Not great, huh? How would you like to save money every time you get gas? I've been using this app for a few years and it's amazing. You can find out more at radiosavings.com. When I first heard about it, I didn't think we'd have this in our area, but they seem to have stuff all over the place. You can sign up for free and try it for yourself. They have savings on gas, but on many other things too, like restaurants and convenience stores. Try it for free at radiosavings.com. That's radiosavings.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by Genesis Gold, IRA.com. Heidi, did you know the intimacy ban that was in place for the 2020 Tokyo Olympics has been lifted for the 2024 Paris Olympics? So
I didn't know there was an intimacy ban.
Oh, yeah. It was COVID, remember? So they're like, you can't you can't kiss anybody, you can't touch anybody, you can't get near anybody. There was an intimacy ban for the 2020 Olympics. Because apparently, usually, this is like a makeout fest for all of the world's best athletes. I didn't know that, but that's what I read back in 2020. They're like, oh, no, this is what happens. I'm like, really? That's what happens? I thought they were there for sports, but apparently not. Anyway, the Paris Olympics village where the athletes stay will be stocked with 300,000 condoms because of that.
What?
300,000. There's
Holy cow.
14,250 athletes. They're going to be there for 17 days. You do the math. That's a lot.
Brings whole new meaning to the phrase coming in first.
I'm not even bleeping that. We don't know everything, but now we know this.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by radiosavings.com. The talk is coming to an end. CBS revealed on Friday that the daytime talk show has been picked up for a 15th and final season. Going to wrap in December. The talk broke new ground when it launched 14 years ago, returning daytime talk to CBS with a fresh, award-winning format. So it's going to end now. I'm going to admit, I didn't even know they were still doing it. So
I didn't either.
So apparently, it's been...
It was successful, apparently.
Yeah, it must have done okay. And the debut of a trailer for the upcoming Joker, Fale Adu, was more than enough to beat Barbie. Because when the Barbie trailer came out, it was like huge, 20 million views.
Right.
And when this came out, it beat that.
Okay.
So,
People are
they've
excited.
done very, very well. And the 30th anniversary of an original animated film called The Lion King. Have you heard of this movie?
I have once
Yeah.
or twice. Yeah.
Well, they're going to celebrate this 30th anniversary with a live-to-film concert. So you'll be able to see the film while they're playing a concert, which seems very confusing to me.
Of the soundtrack, I'm
Yeah,
assuming.
I'm assuming. as
Okay.
well. There's
I
more
mean,
details.
It would be very confusing if it
It's
was
just going to be a
like
regular rock
death
show.
metal and
All right, Big Screen, Little Screen, brought to you by RadioSavings.com.
Do you have a mobile phone? How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. A post office carrier in Texas turned in some cash that she found on her route. That probably happens on a daily basis, but this was $10,000 in cash.
ooh.
Can you imagine going on your mail route? Do you say route or route? Now I don't know what to say.
It totally depends on
Anyway,
what I'm saying.
this person was out
It
delivering
does change,
mail.
like caramel. Sometimes I say caramel.
All right.
It depends on what I'm
That's
talking
why
about.
I'm so confused, because I never know what to say anymore. Anyway, she found $10,000 while delivering the mail on her regular stroll. And she turned it in, which is awesome. That is the right thing to do. I would do that. Heidi would call in
I
sick for a
probably
few
wouldn't.
days.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, they'd be like, oh, by the way, did you happen to find $10,000?
What?
What are you talking about? Why, just because I
It's a
got
nice
different...
mink you've got on there.
Because of the new car in the parking lot? You accusing me? In an interview, Leonardo DiCaprio said he thinks he is an underdog. You are wrong, Leo. Just want to let you know. And a homeowner in Florida got the surprise of a lifetime when police showed up at his door in late March to deliver some food because his delivery driver was arrested.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've heard about this.
Yeah, there's Ring camera footage of a police officer at his door. It shows an officer explaining, well, your driver was arrested, so we decided to deliver your groceries.
Above and beyond, sir. That's fantastic.
The wife responds, wow, I haven't had that before. Well, most of us haven't had that before. Made the officer smile and say, no, but we didn't want your groceries to go to waste. 2 police officers carried the groceries inside the home, and the resident
Well,
was
they
heard,
even carried
yeah,
him inside.
The resident was heard joking, I'll make sure you get his tip. So
Aw.
I think they were basically taking him in to, look around and see if they could spot anything. I don't know. That's probably not why they did it, but you never know. Scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com.
Can your IRA or 401k stand up to the next financial crisis? By allocating a percentage of your retirement into physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover, you can diversify and safeguard your holdings from turbulent markets and economic downturns. Safeguard your assets with a tax-free rollover with a Genesis Gold IRA, the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Protect your retirement today with a simple phone call and receive your free gold and silver guide. Call 1-800-200-GOLD or visit genesisgoldira.com.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Movie Star Monday. Our guest today, Jessee McCartney. In addition to movies, he's got several movies he's done. He's also got TV shows, and he's got a music career. He is a busy, busy dude. But Jessee, I got to tell you, when I Googled you, because I'm like, I'm going to do a little learning about Jessee, the first thing that popped up is Jessee McCartney related to Paul McCartney? And according to Google, it says you're not.
Unfortunately not. If I was, I could retire early.
But you started very young. How old were you when you started, like when you got your very first big break?
At the very tender age of 9, I did my first professional job. I did the national tour of The King and I with Haley Mills. It was a Broadway tour, and I played young Louie, her son, and it was a 6-month tour around the United States, and it was my first experience cutting my teeth in the industry and theater. And that began my journey.
And how old are you right now, Jessee?
37.
You've been doing this for a bit then, haven't you?
Long time. Too many years to count.
And the thing that's cool, you are known for so many things because you do acting on the stage, you're in movies, you're in TV shows, but you're also a musician. Is there one of those things that you would say is your favorite thing of the 3?
I just love performing, whatever medium it is, whether it's, comedy or television or film or being on stage. stage. I just love being in front of a live audience, and I love sharing and making people happy and changing their mood one way or another. And it's just something I've always gotten a great deal of gratification from. And I love what I do. And I definitely go through moods where I'm like, definitely in album mode, and I just want to sit and write songs and record. And then I like to take a break and work on other things. My wife and I do a lot of comedy writing and stuff at our house where we work on sketches together, and that's super creative for me. So as long as I'm creative in some capacity, that's all that matters. And as long as I have the opportunity to perform, I'm a happy guy.
I love that. And you said you're changing people's moods. And the thing is, you're following your dream, but there's some people who are not following their dream. They're doing a job that they don't love. They need somebody to help change their mood. And what you're doing is almost like a magical power, isn't it?
It really is. Like, it's just such a great thing to be in the position to, give people a break from whatever they're going through or the craziness that goes on around us in the world. We try to keep it lighthearted and fun, and when they come to a live show, that's what they get. They just get a break, and they get to relax and sing along and just have a moment for themselves.
And speaking of singing along, you've got a new EP that just came out, All's Well. Tell me a little bit about this song and what's the background behind this?
Yeah, so All's Well was inspired by I was listening to a lot of vintage sort of vinyl records. I was listening to a ton of Hall & Oates and DeBarge, music from like the 70s and 80s, and sort of inspired me to get in the studio and write some sort of blue-eyed soul funk music. I jumped in March of 2023, and I started with a song called Faux Fur that has this very sort of throwback feel, and that was the beginning of it. And we decided we would record everything in the studio live with live instrumentation, so full rhythm section, live horns, live strings. And it's something I haven't done in many years, and I feel like it's something that's missing from pop music, is we don't hear a lot of, live instrumentation anymore. And so it was just really rewarding to be able to do that again. And I'm super happy with how the songs turned out. And, as a little tip of the hat to my guys, Hall & Oates and DeBarge, with a modern flair. So
I love that. And you're speaking my language with those bands you mentioned. I grew up listening to all of that. And I also love the fact that you're playing the instruments like that rather than just getting the best track of this and the best track of that and then digitally mixing it together. You're doing it old school. That's really cool.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it's so fun. And I have the greatest band. They're some of the best live musicians that you can pay money to see, and I've been playing with them for 15 plus years, so we have a great rapport on stage. We're locked in. We're super amped. I'm curating the set list now. There'll be plenty of old music, old hits that people know and love, as well as some of the new music from the new EP.
And if people would like to find your tour, where do they find the schedule to follow you and get out and see you on stage somewhere?
Anywhere, but they could probably go to JesseeMcCartney.com or any of the, you just type it into Google, but I'll be touring through May 16th, ending in Los Angeles, and I'll be in 24 cities around the U.S.
Again, his website is JesseeMcCartney.com, or like you said, you could also go to Google, but then, like I said, Google will tell you he's not related to Paul McCartney.
Exactly right.
Jesse, thank you so much for your time today. I appreciate it.
Thanks, John. Appreciate it, man.
Again, our guest for this Movie Star Monday, Jessee McCartney, and I've got a link to more information about what he's up to in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Whether you have a credit card now and need a better credit card, or if you don't even have a credit card but you'd like to get a good one, we would love to help at bettercreditcards.com. We offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we can help you find a good fit for you at bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit
At bettercreditcards.com.
to bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The word MacGyvered is an actual word now in the Oxford English Dictionary. It means to cobble something together in
I
a smart
kind of
way.
love that.
Yeah, MacGyvered. Well, I MacGyvered that. That's from a TV show from the 80s, by the way. And then it was re-released as another TV show later. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
A kimono literally translates to a thing to wear. That's kind of fun. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Tic Tacs got their name because of the sound they make in the little container. Tic Tac, Tic Tac. Yeah. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Being ignored causes the same chemical reaction in your brain as experiencing a physical injury. So being ignored feels like getting kicked. That's
What?
not good.
Were you saying something?
Yeah. What were you ignoring me? Is that what you're trying to do over there? I feel like you kicked me. And our final fun fact for you,
What's
Heidi.
that, John?
Mosquitoes. The cute, cuddly little mosquito
Cute little mosquitoes.
has killed more humans than all of the wars in the history of the world. The mosquito has.
Yikes.
Yet there's no Mosquito Week on Discovery. Why is that? Several fun facts. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
So how do you like these gas prices? Not great, huh? How would you like to save money every time you get gas? I've been using this app for a few years and it's amazing. You can find out more at radiosavings.com. When I first heard about it, I didn't think we'd have this in our area, but they seem to have stuff all over the place. You can sign up for free and try it for yourself. They have savings on gas, but on many other things too, like restaurants and convenience stores. Try it for free at radiosavings.com. That's radiosavings.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. It comes your way courtesy of mintervention.com. Question, Heidi, only 9% of couples say their partner never does this. What is that? I don't think I do this. I'm pretty sure you don't do this. So we would be part of the 9%.
Cheats?
No, that too, but no. Steal the blankets.
Oh.
I don't steal the blankets. Do you steal the blankets?
You do steal
Do
the
I
blankets.
really?
I just yank them back.
Do you really?
Yeah.
We've been married 24 years and I just found it out here. Do I do anything else that you want to just share publicly? No? Okay.
You brought it up.
All right. Mint Mobile. Yeah, I guess I kind of did. Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way courtesy of mintervention.com.
Do you have a mobile phone? How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Now, some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. To combat the growing problem of shoplifting, an Australian supermarket chain is putting GPS locators on their meat. Yeah. Drake's has become so frustrated with the meat theft, they conducted a trial where cuts of expensive meat are now put into transparent cases fitted with GPS locators that allow the product to be tracked. The polycarbonate cases are usually used to prevent the theft of high-priced items in the supermarket, but Drake's are the first, at least in Australia, probably in the world, to use them on meat. The store says it's only using GPS locators on meat that's between like $50 and $100 per kilo, like their highest-end meats. That sounds like a high-end meat.
It does.
They believe that it's expensive meat that is often targeted by criminals who then sell it for drug money and other goods. So... all right. Well, I like good meat, but I pay for it. I would not steal it. I think isn't that weird that they have to do that?
Well, it is because, especially since the grocery store that I go to, all the expensive meat is like you have to ask they get it for you, like at a meat locker.
They get it for you,
like a
but then you
counter.
put it in your cart and you walk around with it. So these guys would get it and then they'd just
I
steal
see.
it. Yeah. Weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. I have a list here of strange reasons to get a divorce, and these apparently were real reasons that somebody filed for divorce.
Okay.
He doesn't take the K-pod out of the machine. So like they make coffee and he didn't take the coffee pot out.
Okay.
She won't stand up and prove that she doesn't have the TV remote. You have the remote? I don't have it. Stand up and prove it. I'm not doing that. All right. I want a divorce. I want to eat cupcakes without him judging me. That was a reason they're getting divorced. The all too common Coke versus Pepsi argument. Really? A divorce over that? I'm not really from Mars, and she's really isn't from Venus. Okay, that's a silly reason why. Okay. She introduced me to her first husband.
Okay.
That's grounds for divorce. He can't seem to comprehend the difference between there, and there. That's a reason for divorce. She's always at my place, and now she gets her mail delivered. It's smothering. Well, yeah, you're married. Of course it would. And then she eats her pizza with a knife and fork. Well, I can see that. Okay, maybe not quite. Strange reasons to get a divorce. It's the list brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
Can your IRA or 401k stand up to the next financial crisis? By allocating a percentage of your retirement into physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover, you can diversify and safeguard your holdings from turbulent markets and economic downturns. Safeguard your assets with a tax-free rollover with a Genesis Gold IRA, the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Protect your retirement today with a simple phone call and receive your free gold and silver guide. Call Call 1-800-200-GOLD or visit GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way courtesy of RadioSavings.com. Our quote today is from Yogi Berra. Again, I love his quotes. Every time I get one, it makes me smile. Like this one. Always go to other people's funerals. Otherwise, they won't come to yours. He really said that. Isn't that great?
That's funny.
I love that. Yogi Berra. Amazing quotes all the time. Quote of the day comes your way courtesy of RadioSavings.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. It comes your way courtesy of GenesisGoldIRA.com. And I love this story from Kentucky. A nurse in Kentucky has captured the admiration of many after selflessly giving away her shoes to a patient in need of shoes.
Oh,
How cool is that?
I love that.
Yeah, Lou Colon, Coulon, a dedicated nurse working in, it says the endoscopy, I don't know how to say it. Anyway, she's a nurse. She was on shift in March. It was chilly. She completely was unaware that she would be departing shoeless that day, but her act of generosity, it was something that was, it says, sparked by a memory of a patient she hadn't encountered for months. The patient returned for another appointment was wearing the same shoes with holes in them. So when she was there before, she'd come in with shoes with holes, and she came back with the same shoes. It says the laces were all shredded up, the soles were all torn up. You could see right through the sides. That's when she decided to give the patient the shoes that she literally had on her own feet.
That's awesome.
The shoes were offered, and they were a brand new pair that she had just purchased for herself. Despite her initially being reluctant to accept the shoes, she finally did say, you know what? Okay, fine, I'll do that. So I think that is really a cool thing.
There are some beautiful people in this world.
Says something was just nudging me. I heard a voice saying, hey, take off your shoes. She needs your shoes. Leaving her shoeless for her journey home, she said she came up with some makeshift footwear using socks with rubber grips, provision the hospital usually gives to patients. I put them over my socks, she laughed. She thought, oh, well, that'll get me to the car. I think it's really cool that she did what she did.
Absolutely, it is.
And now, because of that, it didn't go unnoticed, her act of generosity. And there's a company called Brooks Footwear
I love
that said,
Brooks.
hey, I'm going to hook you up with some new shoes. So they sent her a voucher to go out and pick out a pair of shoes to
Love
replace
that.
those. That is so cool. And she became the employee of the month as well for April. Which
I
think
would
is-
hope so.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Monday.